applications of area. Remember, area covers. So if you want to put carpet on your floor, it covers your floor. If you want to put grass in your backyard, it covers the ground. So in both scenarios, you need to purchase your items, your carpet or your grass or whatever you're buying, based on what you're covering. So you need to know the area. Susan has an odd backyard and would like to enclose a portion of it as a dog run and re-sod it. Determine how much sod she will require. Now remember, sod is grass. Okay. Pause the video, highlight what information you need to highlight. Hopefully you highlighted and underlined the word sod, because the word sod tells us we're putting something down over top of the ground and we're covering. So that tells us that we need to determine the area of the yard, because sod is going to cover the ground. Now, how do we find the area of a triangle? We should remember that a triangle is like a rectangle. It's half a rectangle, and the area of a rectangle is length times width. So if I want a triangle, I need half of that value. And remember, the length and width of a rectangle cross at a 90-degree angle, so we need to use the two side lengths that cross at a 90-degree angle. And in a triangle, we call them the base, which is x, and the height, which is 7.3. However, we don't have the value for the base. How can we find it? Now, hopefully you've realized that it's a right triangle and you know two sides, and there should be bells going off in your head that say, wait, two sides in a right triangle? I can find the third side using Pythagorean theorem. So now we can say let x represent the length of the missing side, and the side opposite the right angle, is the one that stands alone, and that will be the 9.5. So 9.5 squared is 7.3 squared plus x squared. And we can evaluate both of the powers, and then we need to isolate for the x squared. In order to do that, we have to subtract 53.29 from both sides in order to keep our equation balanced. And then when we simplify that, x squared is 36.96. And we can take the square root of both sides to solve for x, and we get x is approximately equal to 6.079473661. And you'll notice right here there's a dot above the equal sign to indicate that it's a rounded value. And we end up with x is approximately 6.1. Now we're ready to find the area of our triangle, because we have the base is the square root of 36.96 and the height is 7.3. So we can substitute those numbers, and notice I didn't use the decimal value for the base. I put square root of 36.96, so I'm working with exact values, and that's something you need to get comfortable working it with. The only thing that's missing is there really should be a dot above the equal sign, and I can't access the pen command right now, I don't think. Let me see. Or maybe I can. Oh, sorry, there's not a dot there. What am I thinking? There is a dot on the next line here, though, because the 36.96 has been square rooted. And we end up with an area of approximately 22.190078886, or approximately 23. So we need approximately 23 meters squared of sod. And again, we would probably buy a bit more just to cover where we cut funny and we made errors. Okay?